Okay, so that was Angela, the theme from a Paramount television series Taxi. Music by Bob James. 5 seasons, 114 episodes. It ran on ABC most of the time. The final season was on NBC. And it ran from 78 to 83. And the theme was played by a recorder as the lead melody. The theme was played by a recorder as the lead melody. And it's in E-flat major. It ran 43 seconds. And it was on Tuesday nights. And let's get into it. I played it twice. First one was with the heavy distortion. The second one, I backed off the distortion. And I'm going to continue with the second one to teach you this. So, we got octaves, which is the way I play it, is octaves, and then get into the melody, which is the E flat, B flat, and then we got, which is G, G sharp, B flat, E flat, C, B flat, E flat, C, B flat. Then we got E flat, F, G, B flat, F, Alright, they're in F vibrato, if you want. I like to say I worked on my own vibrato, but I really just practice my vibrato. But these days I like the wide, because I like the wide vibrato. So possibly I got that from Steve Lukather. I don't know, and some other players. I just like a wide vibrato most of the time. Anyway. There's that one, and then that is C, E flat, B flat, and then C, E flat, and this dyad 2-note thing, which is A flat and C. It's kind of dissonant, but it works. And so we move on. And here's my favorite passageway on this cool song from the series Taxi. I like this part. So that part is a rake on the B and E strings, to the E flat to F, to the G, to the B flat and C, and then back to G. So for that G, and this resolving on the C, it's G, F, E flat, C, to using those notes, resolving back to C. So we move on. Then we got, and I like that vibrato and slide. Might have got that from Steve Lukather. I don't know. He does it in Rosanna, I think. But anyway, and so we got E flat, A flat, and then F and B flat, and then slide. And then and then it goes to the second one, second phrase. It is the same beginning. We're here to B flat, but we keep moving up to the C and E. That's about a half step. So from the G to the E flat. Yeah, it is an E flat, yeah. Right there at the E flat. And so we got the G, bending up to the E flat. And then and we got the different notes, which is G, C, and B flat. And that's the phrase. And I'll play it all together after this. And so right here, we got E flat, F, G, and E flat. Kind of the same thing up here. But I play it here. E flat, F, G, and E flat. And that's cool. So, I like to hit the A flat and B flat. And here is the Steve Vai kind of phrasing. Yeah, if you want to look at it that way. I kind of, when I was learning it, I kind of thought of it. Plus, I like Steve Vai as a player anyway. So he does this. Which is the octaves, but yeah, he steps them up a bit, which is E, B, and B. And this one would be G, G, and D. And this one would be D, D, and A. Anyway, take that however you'd like, but I just thought I'd show you that. But here it is, the cool part. The melody, this one, I'm going to say, not that it matters, I like them both the same. I'm going to go with that. But this is cool. Here it is. That is E flat, A flat, and C. Then we got B flat, E flat, and B flat. That's kind of what I'm referring to Steve Vai about. That kind of stuff. This one we got B flat, E flat, and G. And we got these notes, which is F and E flat. And we got these triad 3-note thing, which is that was F and E flat. And we got A flat, C, and F. Kind of chunk right there like that. And then go to G, B flat, and D. and here it is. Yeah, we're on the ending, which is. So, which is a G to A flat, sliding to an F, to E flat, to a C, B flat, C, and E flat. And here's the ending chords. Which is F, E flat, A flat. The notes of A flat and F. The G minor 7 right there. So F, E, A flat, and the notes A flat and F, and the G minor 7. Okay, so I tend to let the little things bother me, like attention to detail, but actively managing it by trusting myself more. I don't know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So that's why I sometimes repeat things as I'm trying to teach you. I don't know if that's good or bad. It depends on your patience. I personally am a very patient person. I really am, but not the. Anyway, move on. Now I'll play it. Clean. Here it is. So, without the vibrato there, but anyway, that was Angela, the theme from Taxi, the television series, using the Clean channel. And you could choose your favorite, whatever it is. I like it too. I liked all three. And let's see. Yeah, like I said, I have a tendency to let the little things bother me, like attention to detail. But I think I've gotten it all. I don't think I told you this. Yeah, I don't. Anyway, here it is. The G, hammering to the G sharp, or A flat, in this case, I think. G to A flat. And slide from the D flat to the C. Yeah, so hammer and pull off there, that G and A flat, slide from the D flat to the C, and the E flat C to the B flat, to the E flat F, G to the B flat F. So, maybe maybe that I let the little things bother me is a good thing. And though it's something I'm working on by trusting myself more, I don't know. But I do want to make sure I teach everything. Otherwise, what's the point of being a teacher, huh? Anyway. Yeah, so I think that is everything. If I didn't, I told you the Steve Vai thing. Which is where when I do this part, it's kind of like Steve Vai that I learned from him. It's extended octaves by one note. The E, E, and B. Isn't that powerful? Yeah. And another thing I wanted to go over was this powerful chord at the end. Well, doesn't that get you right here? Maybe it's just me. But that G minor 7 is very effective emotionally, I think. Even without the vibrato. It lets you know that the intro television series of Taxi was over, and it was a resolved chord. It made it feel resolved, and it's amazing what that G minor 7 chord could do, because you got that, which is G, B flat, and F. Like that, and then you got this, which is a G minor 7. So it's a different emotional thing, isn't it? So yeah, I like that. And I'm going to go ahead and say that's everything. And thanks for watching. Oh, and good night, Mr. Walters. And that was John Charles' production logo from the theme Female Secretary. Which, even when I first heard it, I'd like to say that that was a secretary. I'm going to say I did, but you never know. I do have a pretty good memory for things way back then. But anyway, it sounded like a secretary as I say that for my second time. And followed by him grumbling. And I thought it was, for a second, I thought it was part of the show because I saw the first one. The first Taxi show. And it was like, anyway, I could go on, but I won't. John Charles production logo from the Female Secretary, followed by him grumbling, "Good night, Mr. Walters." And it's pretty cool for a show. And be sure to check out my other videos that I've got. I've got the guitar part to the A-Team on one of my videos that I've done. And check out the rest if you are interested in any of the things I do. And I plan on probably doing some more TV themes, but I don't know what. May or may not, but I like TV themes. I like the music. And it's something that you shouldn't just forget, because they have meaning. And just like that. that chord, the emotion of it, especially for this particular song. Oh well. Thanks for watching, and I'm just rambling. But see you next time. And good night, Mr. Walters.